Joshu went to a hermit and asked, "What's up? What's up?" The hermit lifted up his fist. Joshu said, "The water is too shallow to anchor here. Inventory." Joshu visited the hermit once again a few days later and said, "What's up? What's up?" The hermit raised his fist again. Then Joshu said, "Well given, well taken, well killed, well saved." And he bowed to the hermit. A few things. Right living, wisdom, spirituality, Zen are all about a non-reactionary way of living. A non-reactionary way of living. So Joshu asks the hermit, "What's up? What's up?" In Zen parlance, as is indicated, it means, "Have you any Zen?" No, Zen is not an object. Zen is not a part of duality. The answer to a question that asks, "Have you any Zen?" can neither be yes nor no. As such, when the hermit raises his fist, it is inferior to remaining silent. It comes across as a reaction to Joshu's question. The situation becomes such that Joshu's question becomes actually a provocation, a stimulus to which the hermit reacts. This is not really the way of Zen. The question demanded no answer. The question demanded rather the stillness of Zen, the silence of Zen. The question, "Have you any Zen?" is akin to the question, "Are you God?" Is the universe same as or different from its source? Are you in God or is God in you? Have you any Zen? Have you any God? Have you the truth? Have you love? All of these are questions in the same dimension. To such questions, ordinary answers don't suffice. So, upon seeing the response of the hermit, upon seeing the raised fist of the hermit, Joshu says, "The water is too shallow to anchor here." Zen is still an intellectual thing for you, shallow. It has not yet reached your depth. Zen has not yet reached your depths. It has not yet penetrated your heart. No point talking to you. You are a man of mind. You are a man of reactions. You are a man of patterns. Who wants to talk to such a man? Joshu walks away. Who wants to talk to a monk for whom Zen is a matter of questions and answers? Then comes another day. Joshu goes to the same hermit and asks the same question. Now see what happens. The first time, the hermit has had an experience. The experience is that when somebody asks you about Zen and you respond by raising your fist, you get an insulting answer and the questioner walks away. That's what the experience of the hermit has been, right? In one situation, the hermit has given one particular answer, and that answer has ostensibly not sufficed. The questioner has walked away dissatisfied. Not only has he walked away dissatisfied, he has very bluntly, on the face of the hermit, said, "The water is too shallow here." Now, what would an ordinary man do then when faced with a similar situation again?
Change the response.
Change the response. And if he changes the response, it only proves that the first time he had been hurt. It only proves that even the first time his response was not intrinsic, not innate, not Zen. Had it been intrinsic, how could it change the second time? Had it been intrinsic, how could it change the second time? The worth of the hermit lies in coming up with the same response that apparently failed the first time. An ordinary man, in the name of learning from failures, just tries to react differently the second time a similar situation arises. And this he labels as learning from failure. He does not have that sureness within. He says, I acted in one way, it didn't work out. It proves I must act now in a different way. No, this one is a little differently cut out. And Joshu is a renowned monk. To be snubbed by Joshu is a serious insult. To be labeled by Joshu as shallow must be hurtful. But he doesn't appear hurt. He risks the same response again. And this time, Joshu says, wow, well killed, well saved. Had he done anything different, probably he would have received an even deeper insult from Joshu. Now Joshu sees that this man does have Zen. Do you see this?
Why exactly these words, well given, well taken, well
Well given, well taken तो समझ में आता है. Well killed, well saved क्या है?
Well given, well taken is just the same as well killed, well saved. These two are the same. It means you have retained what must be retained and you expunged what deserved to be expunged. Zen you have, and hurt and ego and the memory of the last incident, you killed.
Okay.
You did not let it linger with you. You totally forgot what your last interaction with Joshu was. You did not allow it to fester like a wound. Oh, I was insulted. Joshu did something bad to me. You didn't allow that. You saved Zen and you killed all that which was not Zen.
So what is Zen?
Zen is your essential core that reacts not. That is its own master, has its own way of living. Zen is very close to the Sanskrit word dhyan. When dhyan travels from India to China and then to Japan, it becomes Zen. So Zen essentially means remaining committed to nothing but the truth. Dhyan. Meditativeness. I meditate on the truth and everything else, who wants to look at it?
The methodology is inquiry, right?
Of them?
Yeah.
No, not really.
Because what I heard is the Guru leaves the disciple with a question.
That is one of the ways. Otherwise, the methodology is simply allowing yourself to be. Actually, Zen and methodologies really do not go together. Though they do have certain methods. Zen is essentially a methodology free thing. But masters,
It seems that they realize that difficulty with words. It
yes,
seems that
yes,
it
yes.
came out of the need.
Yes.
It saw the limitation. Most of these, I see there is a question, and the one few that Zen Koans that I know, it's inquiry that the disciple is left with, and some time, maybe 2 years, 3 years of time. When his response lets the Guru know whether he got it or not yet.
But what we call as an inquiry is not about finding out something. Yes, the teacher often says, go figure this out, go find out your face before your birth. But none of these really demand an answer. They are given as tricks to clear the mind. So if these are inquiries, the answer is silence. The student cannot come up with anything else in front of the teacher. 2 or 3 years are given not so that the inquiry may be resolved. 2 or 3 years are sometimes needed so that all the pre-existing answers get cleared. Not that a new answer is needed, but that the old answers need to go. Zen is in that sense a very pretty vacuum.
In the second one, when the hermit again raises his hand in reply to the question. So, is it important to raise? Is it important to keep the reply same, or is it important?
That's all. When you say it is important, For whom? For whom? By raising his hand again, the hermit has indicated, has shown that the raising of the hand is not really situation dependent. The raising of the hand then becomes a symbol of the hermit's nature, the Zen nature itself. Since you are asking, since you are using words, so I am responding. Had your inquiry been silent, my response too would have been silent. But you have used something material, which is words. So just to honor the convention, just to keep the trade, I'm also responding with something material, which is the raising of an object, my fist. But let me also tell you that my response is independent of your question. Let me also tell you that the raised hand is an indication of Zen itself, and Zen does not change. So how can the raising of the hand change? The hand will get raised, irrespective of whether you ask the question 5 times or 10 times. It is also possible that the question may change, and yet the hand may just keep getting raised. Does it happen with us? Very rarely. Whatever comes from us is so dependent on situations, circumstances, people around us, right? It is as if we do not exist. It is as if situations totally determine who we are. The hermit has demonstrated that he is not a slave of situations, and that's Zen. To be committed only to the silence that one is. But again, do not be too sure that if you go and ask the hermit the same question, again he will just raise his fist. He may even use his fist. Zen is entirely unpredictable.
But is there any meaning with the fist? He could have also shown one finger or something.
Must not try to find too many meanings. What is important is that the fist remains a fist. What is important is that had it been a finger, the finger would have remained a finger. The unchangeability is important, not the question that what is it that is not changing. The finger may not change into 2 fingers. The fist may not change into an open palm. The question is, whatever it is it unchangeable? That is what you must look at. The unchangeability.